Well, Gary, start. What are you going to say?
Art and Francoise commissioned me to paint a painting over their bed in their bedroom. And so I thought it'd be nice to combine Guston and Harriman. The color part was, well, a little backstory. I saw these drawings on my website, and they're cheap little drawings I do for people, and people give me 3 words. And one time some people gave me a word, Harriman Guston. And another time someone gave me Cubism and Popeye by Duchamp. And so then when I went to make this painting for Art and Francoise, I had these drawings that I was fascinated by, and so I decided to paint them over each other. And that's the...
Well, our story starts with that wall that it's on.
Yeah.
See, what happened was, you can see the edge of the bookshelves that are on either side of that bed. They used to have shelves going across them above the bed. Now, I would have known better if I was still living in San Francisco than to have bookshelves above the bed, because I used to live with earthquake consciousness. Here, I didn't know enough, so we had all these bookshelves going like 7 feet high above the bed in our loft. And one night, the lintel, as I've now learned it's called, snapped while we were under them at 4 in the morning. So I woke up being pummeled by Nazis. And then I saw that Francoise was literally pinned under the bookshelves. And all these books had been hitting us one after the other. And I managed to crawl out and lift the bookshelves enough to get Francoise out. Dazed, we got the books off the bed, went back to sleep. I went back to the studio. I came back at night, and my overly energetic and conscientious wife had put all the books back on shelves that she put up with a better lintel. But then I found I couldn't sleep under that shelf again, because we'd almost died. In fact, my morning had been spent going, was this book worth dying for? No. Yes. I had 3 piles of books at the front of the bed when I went to the studio. And then Francoise just was fine with the books because they now had a strong lintel. And I moved to my studio for a week. And then we figured if we were going to actually sleep in the same bed again, we'd have to have something other than a bookshelf there. So I asked Francoise what we could do. She said, let's put up a giant mirror. And exactly, it just didn't do it for me. It didn't make me feel comfortable. So then I thought, well, at least if we had something painted directly on the wall, as long as the wall held, which is all I could ask for in terms of safety, that would be okay. And we did have, in the other part of the loft for years, we've had a great painting by you, painted on our sheetrock from when we first lived in this loft and we're doing Raw magazine. The loft was basically Francoise's production house. We had a multi-lit printing press in there and all these piles of paper, and she was printing our first Raw book projects. And at some point Gary came by and there was house paint around and we just painted on the wall. And there's a really great picture of the asshole that's still on the wall. And it just seemed like, well, how about if we just get Gary to do the matching picture for the other side of the loft now that we had reason to put something on that wall. And so Gary came over and wouldn't let us see it. We had to sleep with a drop cloth for a couple of weeks there, so we wouldn't take a peek at the picture he was making. And then Gary said, well, you can look at it, and if you like it, leave it, otherwise I'd like to finish it. So I said, well, sight unseen, why don't you just finish the damn thing? And he said, no, take a look, because maybe you'll like it better this way. So what we saw was the yellow, blue, and green picture,
underlayer,
which you can't quite see clearly in that slide, but it's basically got a lot of Philip Guston-like images.
Guston and Harriman stuff in it mixed together.
And it was very pleasant palette.
It was pretty.
It was really pretty. And on the other hand, first of all, I just knew that Gary wanted to finish it. He should finish it. And B, that it was a little too pretty.
It was pretty, yeah.
It was very pretty. And the problem with that was it might not last as long, because one of the things that you do really well is you figured out, because of your maybe background in art school and stuff, how to make a picture have a long half-life, you know? And that has to do with an accumulation of thoughts and marks or whatever. And it seemed like, this is really pretty, but it's going to become invisible within about a month. And it'll be like one of the posters I've got up somewhere.
I'm glad I finished it.
And so then we invited Gary back to finish it, and I'm very happy to have this result. It's like,
the pigment is meant to peel and suffocate them.